ADRA Canada's 5-year report to the 2016 Constituency meeting of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Canada. In 2000, the Seventh-day Adventist Church held its World Session in Canada for the first time in its 137-year history. To mark the event, Canada Post issued a single domestic rate commemorative stamp. The official first-day cover was cancelled in Toronto. The design team was anxious to create a stamp that would honour both the church and Canada. They selected the image of the sun breaking through the clouds in a Rocky Mountain setting. Superimposed on the photograph is the symbol of the Adventist Church, an open Bible with a cross and flames. There is a commemorative presentation of this in the office lobby of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Canada. I find the wording interesting. Reading in reverse from paragraph 3, this year, that's 2000, marks Canada's first ever hosting of the Seventh-day Adventist Church's World Session, a major gathering that not only serves as a decision-making forum for the Church, but also celebrates its ethnic and cultural diversity. The second paragraph reads, named for its observance of Saturday as the Sabbath and its belief in the imminent return of Christ to earth, the Church bases its theology on a holistic approach to life. Since it was formally organized in 1863 in Battle Creek, Michigan, it has expanded to some 11, now 19, million members in more than 200 countries worldwide. But now to the first paragraph. The Seventh-day Adventist Church is an international Protestant faith community known for its commitment to human rights, education, health and medicine, disaster relief, and community development throughout the world. These issues are at the core of the ministry of the Adventist Development and Relief Agency, active in Canada since 1985 as ADRA Canada. Consider the vision of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Canada as expressed on their website. Proclaiming Christ, nurturing believers, serving humanity. ADRA Canada addresses this vision every day by serving humanity around the world, service which nurtures believers and makes a fundamental proclamation of the life and teachings of Christ. We invite you to celebrate the achievements of this ministry in the last 5 years. Commit your support, prayers, and donations to ensure a lasting impact by Canadian Adventists to the world, and join the ADRA Canada team in saying, "Thanks be to God." For over 30 years, ADRA Canada has been actively demonstrating the love of God to people who are suffering and in need. Through interventions that save lives and practical programs that improve the quality of life, ADRA restores hope to people lost in despair and debilitating poverty. From the compassionate hearts of Canadian donors to the personal touch of our staff on the ground, ADRA Canada provides a conduit through which the love of God can pass. Over the last 5 years, ADRA Canada has provided a practical way for Canadians to give with confidence when disaster hits. Here are some highlights. In 2010, a devastating earthquake rocked the island nation of Haiti, taking the lives of over 100,000 people. An estimated 3 million people were affected. An outpouring of support from Canadian donors enabled us to provide life-saving emergency response. After the initial crisis was over, ADRA Canada stayed on through to 2014, helping people rebuild their lives. In 2013, Typhoon Haiyan made landfall in the Philippines. The storm surge flooded whole towns and villages, quickly taking the lives of over 6,300 people. An estimated 10 million people were affected, with approximately 2 million losing their homes and businesses. Once again, the hearts of Canadians responded generously, enabling ADRA Canada to be a major partner in the ADRA network response. Rehabilitation projects continue to this day. In 2015, a devastating earthquake rolled through the nation of Nepal, leaving more than 8,000 people dead and hundreds of thousands of people homeless. With the support of our faithful donors, ADRA Canada joined the ADRA network, providing emergency relief in the way of food, shelter kits, and longer-term medical and emotional support. The generous assistance of Global Affairs Canada maximized the support of our individual donors. ADRA Canada has also helped people deal with loss right here at home. In 2013, when the residents of High River had to evacuate their homes because of floods, ADRA Canada partnered with the Alberta Conference of Seventh-day Adventists to help clean flood debris from homes and playgrounds. In 2016, after wildfires displaced 88,000 people from their homes in Fort McMurray, Alberta, ADRA Canada partnered with the Government of Alberta and the Alberta Conference of Seventh-day Adventists to manage all incoming non-cash donations for Fort McMurray. Volunteers and ADRA Canada staff sorted, catalogued, stored, and managed the distribution of donated goods that poured in from individuals and corporations. This project is ongoing. Not all crises are caused by nature. Many people today are forced to leave the comfort of their homes because of the life-threatening clouds of war and terror attacks. Over the last 5 years, the refugee crisis worldwide has grown to affect over 60 million people. ADRA Canada has been assisting refugees and internally displaced people in Ukraine, Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, Rwanda, Slovenia, Myanmar, South Sudan, and Canada. While ADRA is known and respected for efficient and professional management of emergency response and disaster relief, ADRA also conducts a much larger program that helps people living in conditions of oppressive poverty. Over the last 5 years, ADRA Canada has been working in some of the poorest and remote regions of countries such as Cambodia, Laos, Mongolia, the Philippines, and Rwanda. Working together with Global Affairs Canada, as well as local governments and village leaders, ADRA Canada has been transforming the lives of the marginalized and disenfranchised people of our world. Our new maternal, newborn, and child health programs, launched in the spring of 2016, are targeting remote villages in Rwanda, Burma, Cambodia, and the Philippines. These programs focus on saving and improving the lives of women of reproductive age, newborns, and children under 5. With budgets in excess of $30 million, these programs, co-funded by Global Affairs Canada and our faithful donors, represent the largest managed by ADRA Canada to date. During the last 5 years, ADRA Canada has experienced some exciting changes and growth. In 2013, we moved our offices from a rented facility to a newly purchased and renovated building. The new space comes with a lower occupancy cost and a more pleasant working environment for our growing staff. Since 2011, our ADRA Canada family has grown from 15 to a total today of 24, and we have another dozen ministering in Alberta. Managing complex global programs with strict regulations from government and funding partners requires a high degree of knowledge and professionalism, and our staff are meeting the challenge. The programs that we are managing have grown in scope every year. In 2011, we were managing just over $5 million in relief and development assistance. This year, in 2016, that number has increased to over $20 million. In all of our growth, ADRA Canada has not forgotten the strong foundation that was laid by dedicated personnel that helped form our ministry. As part of the commemoration of our 30th anniversary, in 2015 we published Faith to Change the World, the memoir of John Howard, the founder of ADRA Canada. Over the last 5 years, ADRA Canada has strengthened its partnership with other Canadian faith-based organizations that share similar missions and goals. With the strong infrastructure that ADRA has established in many developing countries, ADRA Canada is able to partner with other faith-based humanitarian agencies to jointly implement projects. This has led to new funding and program partnerships with such groups as the Presbyterian, Christian Reformed, and United Churches. Our long partnership with the Canadian Food Grains Bank has continued to see strong growth over the last 5 years. With its support from over 17,000 congregations across Canada, representing 30 denominations, the Canadian Food Grains Bank has been an excellent way to network and collaborate with other Christians wishing to show God's love to people in need. ADRA Canada is the humanitarian arm of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Canada. We are honoured by the trust of our constituency as we represent your faith and goodwill to the world. With your amazing support over the last 5 years, ADRA Canada has conducted programs in over 50 countries, managing 127 relief projects and 72 development programs. Combined, these initiatives have served over 6 million people. Your gifts have saved lives after an earthquake or cyclone. Your thoughtfulness has helped people escape war. Your kindness has helped people get through difficult times, helping them to live healthier, happier, and safer lives. We thank you for your compassion and support as together we continue to grow this important ministry.